Harmonies found throughout nature in a multitude of scales, whether in a small crevice or large chasm. These spontaneous spatial conditions of nature are formed intentionally and, many times, unintentionally. These experiences that come from nature inform how the wild behaves in this performance center, proposed in the southwest sector of Exposition Park in Los Angeles. The design is an ensemble of parts that try to piece together, sometimes fitting securely, other times not quite connecting. This creates an unstable composition, ready to fall apart, only held together by branching tree structures. Viewing this architecture from its exterior, the collection of parts form a highly apparent visual of components that are stacked, shifted, and sheared in an elevational manner. This draws a clear notion to the public of the crevices and interstitial spaces between the ensemble that can be explored for natural harmony and performance. The components are then enveloped by a glitch tectonic, derived from hacking images of natural landscapes and human machineries to create artificial descendants of their textures. Occupants enter from underneath the unstable mass, in a kind of crawl, to reach the interior. Occupants then can climb up the ensemble, reaching the education spaces, music libraries, or the interior performance theaters. Escalators, bridges, and elevators work to link these components together. This fragile composition shapes and induces the wild to explore and grow. Crevices are left to be consumed by real and/or artificial members of nature. These wild areas allow spontaneous acts of performance and harmony to exist all throughout the minute spaces as well as the major spaces. This performance center hopes to create experiences, from the intentional teacher-to-student educations, to the spontaneous nature-to-student inspirations that can happen through its environment. This architecture tries to live in unison with the wild, to create these spaces of informal performances as well as informal habitats of nature. The in-betweens of this fragile architecture provide spaces for the wild to inhabit and, in return, the wild provides the harmony and stability needed for balance. It can be said that the ignorance of nature would mean the collapse of an architecture. This human-made ensemble chooses to work with the wild in an effort to create these harmonies, all the while understanding the fragility of their relation.